Oh no, I'm sonically screwed. Oh, that's gross.
Screw you.
That's a weird way to
sonically. I mean, I'm the doctor. Welcome. Hey,
Ant Farm.
how you guys doing?
We're on episode 36, I think.
36.
Yeah, I'll lose track of these eventually.
Let's just say, just watch. Who's keeping track of the episodes? Just look at the date.
When you click on it, you'll see it in the thing. I put in the link.
Whatever, forget about it.
Because when I put it onto my computer, I'm like, oh, what's the last one? 35? Okay, 36.
So what's up, buddy? How you doing? You said you've had a long week just like I have. This is the first week back at school. It's always kind of long.
Yeah, it was a little high strung at work, but I'm not going to talk about that. You know why? Because that's stupid. I want to talk about some good stuff.
F that F and B.
Guess who's got two thumbs and is driving a car? Oh, wait, everyone in the world. But me, also. Me!
Look at this guy. He's moving up.
So, as some people know, some people don't know. No one at work, for some reason, even though I've told everyone, and I ride a bike to work every day, I don't have my driver's license. Not, mostly just because laziness, and I didn't really need it for much of anything.
Laziness, yeah.
But, you need it for your job. That's where you got it. So, I don't need it. So, now my lovely wife, Jamie, has been giving me driving lessons, and I'm going to take at least one professional one, probably just one, hopefully, because I think we're doing
yeah, that would be for me, of course.
One professional grade.
Professor driver. I'm a professional.
Okay, that's your new. That's his Professor Driver. That's
Professor
his porn
Driver.
Name. That's his porn name. About a beer. I'm Professor Driver. We haven't started drinking it yet. First, you got to post it first, then we talk about it.
Pumpkin stout.
Fisherman's pumpkin stout.
Fisherman's pumpkin
That's a story
stout.
for after this, though. Hold on. Sheesh. So I'm driving today.
Drinks,
we were driving around Berry Park.
It's a good place to drive.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people, and there was cars, which was good because it gave me. I was driving in the parking lot before that, and there's nothing there's no reference to anything, Let me take a sip of that, make that bad luck. Oh, that's very good. Pumpkin-y, spicy, good. Fisherman's pumpkin stout. We'll talk about it in a second, but we'll get to that. We're driving around, so we're doing the rights, then we did the U-ey, doing the lefts a little bit. This is how I was driving. I was driving like this. I don't know. The wheels actually made of Jello.
You drive like Fred Durst and Roland.
No, I was trying to do it this way. Like where you
2 and 10. Really, it sounds stupid.
But I wasn't doing that. I was getting more like this, and I got down here a little bit, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Were you like this?
I cradled, and then I was like,
"You're like this."
And I had
like this.
The shifter. I was shifting. The shifter is weird. It's like right in the steering wheel.
2 and 10 is the best way. It's tough to the things you need to realize when you're driving it. First of all, just how much pressure you put on the gas and brake is.
Yeah, and we have a big pickup on well, I mean, at least for what I know,
Well, I know
you hover your foot, it's like, oh, so I had to really get. That's the first thing I had to get used to, which really helped driving on a longer track. Because when the parking lot was just like 5 feet this way, then turn this way, and 5 feet, so I could go a little faster. I could I got up to 40, one from I'm a little fast, And I had to drive between a car parked and a bus. Coming this way, so that was a little more fun getting the spatial thing down. It was funny. The first time I was in the car with Jamie, I felt like the car was huge. So I'm like, I can't get close. I'm gonna crash. And then I was like, wait, no,
it's a depth perception thing.
Yeah, and Jamie gave some tips too on how she, basically how what she uses as her little cheats for driving too, which was fun. It was a good bonding time. And Jamie was actually a really good teacher. I guess her mom, she had a real bad experience. With her mom, where her mom was very high strung. We love you, Sue. If you watch,
I drove with Marie, so
so she didn't want to do that though. She wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna be I quit, which I probably wouldn't, but she's been very good so far. But the reward for driving well, left and right, and also I pull into a parking space and pull out. Was I drove to the nearby Co-op, which is it's kind of like a Trader. It's like a privately owned Trader Joe's kind of place. It's really good holistic foods, but they also have great beers there. They're a little more expensive there.
Where we got this from?
But there's a lot. Yeah, this is a 6-pack, which is, I think it was like $10 or something, which isn't in there. But they have beers that are upwards of $20 for a 20-ounce bottle and stuff like that. But they're rarer and good beers.
They're good.
Like the beer we're gonna have on the next podcast. That was from there too, and I've never seen that anywhere else.
I've never seen that before either. So
I'm
excited about that.
But we won't spoil it here.
It's gonna be good.
But yeah, so I drove all the way to the Co-op. There was no place to park in the one spot. I probably could have turned the corner and parked there, but
you could have parallel parked.
Well, this is the thing. I wasn't ready for that yet. Like, I wasn't ready. And then there was 2 cars and they were very close, so I didn't want to be like, oh, do a dad and just smash them both. And so I let Jamie park just that one time, but yeah. So next time I think we're gonna work on parking and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing to just keep practicing. I mean,
but yeah, the co-op in Syracuse is another great place in Syracuse. It's what they do is it's privately owned, privately run. You can get a membership card. If you get a membership card, you have to like kind of work there for a couple hours. I think is how it works. Or at least that's how it used to work.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Or pay for it, I guess.
Yeah, but then you're supposed to like you might one of the benefits is like you have to work there or something, and they like lower your fee or something. But yeah, and then they give you a discount on food and all that. But we got some fun breads there today, and we got this delicious beer. So what's the story?
I've had a nice crazy week. We actually had 2 people get hit by lightning at work. 2 officers. Sergeant Stan or
did they go and fall backwards?
Not quite, unfortunately. Luckily, they're both all right. One was in the car, and the other one was stepping out of the car.
Get hit by lightning.
No. The other guy was getting out of the car. Lightning went through him into the car. He's still in the hospital. He just got out of intensive care, I think. Senior Detective Ed Weber came back to work today. He got hit on Sunday. Well, he was the one in the car. He just was like really out of it. They got like pretty jarred by it. But Prue got hit pretty hard. I don't know if you know Stan Prue.
I've met him, I think, actually.
But best wishes for him and for Weber. I know he's still recuperating. They were all calling him Sparky at work though. He's back. So, but Prue took a pretty good hit
because you work at a giant frat house.
I listened to tapes. I saw his radio, which was melted on the inside. Wow, I can't even imagine dealing with that. And plus, I can't also. Good job to all the guys that were involved, all the officers, the dispatchers that had to deal with that. Plus, it was pouring, so everybody was calling for escorts, and they had to deal with both of those things at the same time, which I can't even imagine trying to deal with. Keys was one of the people. He's like, it was the worst day I've ever had here, and I can definitely imagine that. I'm glad I didn't have to work that night.
Yes, call out.
Well, no, I just got off work before that, so. But yeah, best wishes to Stan Prue and Ed Weber. Ed Weber's also running for a councilman, I believe, are they
going to say running
in
for
Solvay?
race?
In Solvay, he's running, or sheriff maybe. I think he might be running for sheriff. One of those 2 things. He's running for something big in Solvay. So I don't think he watches, but if you do, hey, we're voting for you. I'll find out what the actual thing is and announce it on a later podcast. But
will you now?
But yeah, I mean, I've been getting yelled at by parents all week. It's been pretty awesome. I'm the one who does all the bad things that happen in the neighborhood, so they get to just blast me. And everything that happens bad in every other agency, they call public safety and then just yell at us. So that was pretty awesome.
See, luckily I'm just the one that does in charge of all the bad stuff that happens in the dining center, even though it's nothing to do with any of it. It's nothing to do with me.
See, if somebody ate bad food, they would yell at public safety for not policing the food better. So, you just have to go, okay, yeah, ma'am, okay.
Well, no, the worst part is for some reason the information line not always, but a lot of times forwards random calls from any department to Ernie Davis. It happens probably 2 to 3 times a week. We're all gonna call is this the math department? No, it's Ernie. And I answer my greeting is Ernie Davis Dining Center. Miguel speaking. Is this the math department? Yeah, also the math department. Yeah,
I completely know how you feel on that.
Dining center and math department.
Department of Public Safety. How can I help you? Can I speak with Professor Roberts? Does Professor Roberts supposed to work for public safety? Is he like the cool professor or something? That he also works for public safety? Why do you think I'd be able to answer you?
He moonlights. I moonlight as a detective.
I'm also a detective. Yeah, with some rules.
Professor of French by day.
But yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to our topics.
We got first. Let's go some news.
That's right.
I like a couple things.
Did
you bring anything?
I have some news.
Did you prepare all for this? I don't think
I have some news. I don't have it written down, so I'm gonna have to wing it.
Say it first,
did you hear? There's not too many.
What if I say something weird like President Ford was a great guy, and then you just forget what you were supposed to say?
There's not too many new things that have been introduced for Comic-Con this week, but there was one thing on Thursday. Did you hear about this yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, there's going to be some comedians on Thursday, including Mike Kaplan. I don't know if you ever heard Mike Kaplan. He was on Last Comic Standing. He was hilarious.
I actually don't know him.
There was Mike Bennett. I'm not sure who that guy is. But
You're thinking of Mike Drucker, I think.
Mike Drucker, that's what I meant.
Mike Drucker is actually he's a writer for Conan. He actually was the former writer of IGN's Up at Noon.
Oh, okay. He's got to be pretty funny then, right?
He's a pretty funny guy. He's been on a couple of the Comedy Button podcasts. And probably it's one of the podcast things we talked about where it's a comedy podcast.
Okay.
It's garbage podcast, kind of like us. Except those guys are funny. They're professional comedians.
I've never listened to
Mike Drucker's he's a funny guy, though. I'm excited to see him do some stuff.
Janine Garofalo. And the last person, my favorite of that whole list.
Nerd Poker. Dungeons and Dragons with Brian Posehn.
Brian Posehn's going to be there. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about that. I want to meet him and nerd out over Nerd Poker. And that'll be fun. Okay. And he's like, I totally don't like you, and I farted. And like, oh.
Metal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll wear like a metal shirt and be like, yeah, I'm in, right? But it can't be a lame one. It can't be like Metallica. It has to be like somebody like
he's like, I don't even know who that group is. You're in.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like the metal hipster.
But okay, go. What do you got?
That it? That's
I might have more. Keep going.
The Xbox One release date, baby.
Okay, I heard about this.
X-Bones. I wrote X-Bone and then the date. That's all I wrote for this one.
Do you have an X-Boner for the Xbox or no?
You know what?
Is it coming around to you now?
If I wanted to buy a system, it's the only one that still has systems left.
I haven't ordered my PS4, and I don't know if I can now.
No, you can't.
I'm going to have to wait till like January or February.
I have a specific Amazon store credit card, so I was going to order it from there, and I just waited like 1 week too long. And now they came out with another bundle, like this. I don't know if they like kind of just slipped it in there, but there's a bundle that had 2 DualShocks, no games, but 2 DualShocks. Yeah, and it just.
I have 2 or 3.
It must have been out for like a day.
I have 2 or 3 PS4 games reserved. I don't have a PS4 reservation yet, so I'm just gonna hold those games.
That's why I'm reserving my PS4 because my PS4 games because I don't know when I'm gonna have a PS4.
Yeah,
I definitely will have one.
I had like $60 store credit, so I'm like, I'll put 20 towards. I think it was Watch Dogs, and I put Assassin's Creed 4. I got for PS4.
Assassin's Creed 4 is supposedly the critics are starting to rave about.
That was what I was going to talk about. Actually, that was the other news.
Segue, go for it.
Okay, well, I was watching the IGN guys, and they were talking about how they got to see all the stuff at PAX. And they got to have a hands-on with Assassin's Creed 4, and they're like, before, we played Assassin's Creed 3, the one guy's like, I didn't even really like Assassin's Creed 3, but they played Assassin's Creed 4, and they're like, this game was really, really fun. There was a lot of cool aspects to it. You can, like, they basically, like, it's like the best things of Assassin's Creed 3 mixed with the best things of Far Cry 3.
A lot of games that have been comparing themselves to Far Cry 3. They did the same thing with Dragon Age Inquisition.
Well, because Far Cry, the story wasn't great, but the mechanics for stuff and like hunting everything in the world and like doing all that open world stuff.
Yeah, the open world, there's a lot of buzz I've been hearing about both those games actually.
I have another open world buzz that you might want to hear about too. Have you heard about the multiplayer for Grand Theft Auto yet?
Have I?
Have you?
Yeah, of course I have.
Okay, well,
come on, dude.
16
nerd right here.
16 player bank heist. That is freaking bananas. I can't even imagine. Online 16-player bank heist. One guy's beeping the horn. 3 guys are robbing the place. A couple guys down the street
you can like get
out.
customizable masks. And
yes,
stuff. Yeah.
That is so cool.
One of the funny things was the guy said he's like, if you want, your friends can get done with the heist, and you can just shoot them in the face and take their money.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can just double cross everyone at the end. Everybody can just have a shootout, and whoever wins gets the money. That's freaking amazing. That's really good. And there's a lot of other cool stuff I heard. Like, you all can go to the strip club if you want. Y'all can just like hang out in a house together and watch TV. There's like programs on the TV, or if you're like, let's say your good friend is getting chased.
Oh, you can even go to the movies and watch.
Yeah, movies. That's right. And if your good friend's getting chased, like by the police down the street, it'll show it on the TV. It'll come up as like a live feed, like this is happening right now, and you can watch them on TV while you're in your house getting chased down a highway in some other part of the game. Mm. That's freaking amazing. That's really cool. That's pretty really good use of it too.
It's really upped like the value for me, like if I'm going to purchase it or not. Because like Grand Theft Auto 4, I was like,
I'm not really.
I got it when it was on super sale, but it was like I enjoyed
Grand Theft Auto for what it was worth. I enjoyed it for what it was worth.
Oh, definitely.
But I haven't really had a multiplayer. I haven't had a multiplayer that I'm like, yay, I want to play this. And I know you love Mass Effect's multiplayer. You like Last of Us multiplayer. I just haven't ever really got into those multiplayers. But this multiplayer, I was like, this just sounds like fun. Because it almost sounds like it's like a sim, like a not like a Second Life, but like a Second Life on crack almost.
It literally is an MMO space. That's why it's not just 16 players in the world. It's everyone.
It's like a Second Life where you're awful. Like, where you're an awful human being.
If you see videos, which if maybe I'll link a video if I can find it. They actually have videos of like just people doing crazy stuff, like a bunch of planes fly overhead. And
I saw you can steal planes, and then like your friend can steal a plane. You all can fly to places together. And
they're like a squadron of people overhead, and then people jumping out parachuting.
Yeah,
and
that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, like
that's really
if the world was like that, it would be like no sense. But it was,
dude, it's just me and you. We're just gonna like pull off bank heists and go fly planes together. It's gonna be awesome.
After watching what I did today, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm very interested in that game. It's not on my radar at all. So I was like, whatever, GTA, okay, you know. I always play that for a little bit, and I'm always like, oh wow, okay, I read over Hooker, great, you know, or something. Or like
I like the stories of GTA.
I played darts with
this story
cousin
looks,
Roman.
This story looks like a lot of fun. It's me, your cousin Roman.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You did not come and play darts with me. I'm saving the freaking city, man.
Am I going out with you? Get away from me. You know.
Jeez.
Goddamn Roman.
Yeah. Nico, it's your cousin. Oh God.
Nico.
Just hang up.
Why do you hang up on me, Nico?
Okay, so the other thing I had, I don't know if you had to have read this, but Sony is developing their own VR headset supposedly.
I heard about this. Yeah,
supposedly it's by the creators of the Drive Club game, or the studio which is a Sony proprietary studio.
Yeah.
And they're testing it with that game, but they're keeping it very hush hush. They're supposed to produce it at Gamescom, but I guess there was some stuff that wasn't ready. The thing is how do you feel? Do you think this is a good idea for them?
You know what? I think VR stuff is coming up. It's making a real resurgence because there's the technology to make it correct now. It's not like before where it's like lines and crazy lasers, and you're like, oh, okay, that's like three. Well, what is it back in the day? Like Sega 3D or whatever? Like
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy, that's what it was. Thank you. Virtual Boy, that's what I was thinking of. You know, it's like lines! This stuff sort of shooting at you.
That turd.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
And they were trying something, I understand where they're coming from. They were trying something, it was actually awful.
Wow, my eyes are melting. Yeah. Great.
It was awful. I
can't close
everyone who's played it more than twice probably has brain cancer.
I got the brain pain, coach.
So, okay, I understand that, but now they actually have the technology. They're at that threshold where everything.
We will rebuild it. We will make it stronger.
Dude, I saw this viral video from who was it? I think it was it wasn't Verizon. It was somebody that makes TVs, and they were hiring people, and they had instead of having a window, they had like a TV that looked like a window. And they had the filming of the outside, so it was basically like the outside.
A live feed of outside.
It looked like a live feed, but then like shit started happening outside, like stuff was blowing up, and like they made the room shake a little bit. So they're interviewing these people for a job, and all of a sudden you see like asteroids crashing the Earth or something.
Where's this? You gotta send me this.
I gotta find it. I'll find it. Maybe I'll link it right there. It's on YouTube. I know that. I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Send it to me, and I will link it. Although this is hopefully going up tonight, we'll see.
I'll try to send it to you tonight, because I just saw it earlier. I was like, what? Because, I mean, even if it is fake, that would be pretty crazy if you're interviewing and you're like,
oh yeah, look at this Armageddon going on,
what the fuck?
Oh yeah, so what do you think of our 401k package? I
just pooped myself.
Okay, so I'm about to play Devil's Advocate.
Okay.
This is why I'm not excited about this.
Okay, let me hear it.
Okay, we have Oculus Rift now. Mm-hmm. Oculus Rift has been getting rave reviews.
That's what they're doing.
Crazy.
That's what they're doing. Yeah, but yeah.
This is where I'm reticent though.
Okay.
Because remember Kinect and PlayStation Move.
Okay.
For what they're worth, both were kind of baby garbage, but comparatively, Kinect much better.
Better. The new Kinect is freaking sick.
I don't want a bargain basement VR headset. I don't want something that's like Oculus Rift. They're already coming out with patents for like full motion stuff. They have an Omni treadmill thing that's like. That you can go you can walk any direction, and your character will walk with you. Or you can. They also have ones that attach to your arms and legs now, so you can see real time your arms and legs moving in the game, and they're mapped into the game.
But they could do that with a Kinect camera already, without that Oculus Rift.
Yes, but since the Oculus Rift has this hooked in, and it's with their proprietary, if Sony's making a different proprietary thing, it's going to need different things for it. And knowing Sony,
they'll nickel dime you. They'll nickel dime you too with the charges for it too.
Yeah, and if they don't make it as like free open source as like Kinect and I guess Oculus Rift, because they've made a lot of stuff for it already, have been. Well, they have dev kits, I guess. then it's going to go under. It's going to be as bad as PlayStation Move was. PlayStation Move is probably in my opinion, one of the biggest mistakes that Sony made of last generation. Besides Wonderbook, people.
I
if you don't know what that is, look it up.
I think the way they handled the iToy just in general, even before PlayStation Move, was like garbage. It was like a hot bag of garbage. It's like, hey, look, we could have pets or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. We're not even trying to do stuff. They marketed it so poorly.
Yeah. Basic augmented reality stuff wasn't cool.
It was
like, I can look like I have a sword in my hand.
Like this and knock bubbles or something. And I was like,
I'm still a fat loser.
Speaking of the Kinect, I've been watching Ghost Hunters, and the latest season of Ghost Hunters, they've been using a Kinect camera to map out what's going on, and they had this
ghost come across the camera.
Dude, they had this freaking thing. They were in this.
Why do you watch this?
It was an old hospital. Ghost Adventures. It wasn't Ghost Hunters.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what the heck?
Well, they have adventures.
Yay!
I like those ghost hunters. I dig ghost hunting and stuff like that. But they basically had this guy like a fake body laying down on a bed, and they were trying to see if they could get anything on the camera. And they got on the side. They got this like head, arms, legs, like how you have in the Kinect thing with the points. And it was like looked like it was like doing surgery to the body. And they're like, these cameras are pretty sensitive. So like either the camera was effed up, which that means Xbox is screwed because they gave him the camera, I think, to use so they could try to get some momentum off it. Or it is catching something, but it shows this arm that's right next to the body, and it's like doing stuff to the body. And then they have a guy sit there, and the guy was sitting there for like 20 minutes, nothing happened, and all of a sudden you see something come on the camera, and it looked like it was doing something to him, and right when his arm moved and hit him, he went, oh, and he got up. And he's like, it felt like something hit me in the stomach. And it was right when the Kinect arm guy did this. It's like, what does it catch ghosts? I'm like, I don't want that in my house. I'm sorry. I don't want to know the ghost is trying to give me a handy over
not
here.
To get the X bone.
Yeah, the ghost is like going
hey,
like,
honey. Oh, it's not my honey. That's a ghost.
Okay, just go with the ghost.
Is this the real stranger? Is this the purest form of the stranger?
It's so cold.
It's so good. No, so I'm worried that they're going to make something half-assed or something just to make it as cheap as possible. Because what I feel like is that maybe they see Oculus Rift partnering up with Microsoft, maybe, and so.
If I had an Oculus Rift and they were, which also like, I'm doing this myself, I'd be like, F you, I'm going to go to Microsoft.
Which is also bad news. Yeah. Which is why I think maybe that there's a rumor or something that's going to happen anyway. Well, but it still sucks. I'm not a big fan of this. I hope it turns out the best. As I'm a PlayStation fan and I'm going to get a PlayStation.
I wouldn't get too crazy about it yet. Just wait to see what they give you. If it's hot butter, it's just going to go the other way. It's going to go the wrong way, and we're not going to have to worry about it anyway.
I don't need Wonderbook. I don't need the embarrassing jokes of PlayStation Move. Hey, it looks like a dildo.
Open it, and on the screen I can see the book.
A dildo with a glowing head on it. Like, no, I don't need that. That's gross. Like, I don't want to wave that. Oh, wave it at your friend. No, I don't want to do that. Exactly. Sonic screwdriver over here. We already got this guy with the sonic screwdriver. No, PlayStation.
The weird tennis ball on it. Okay, I see where you're coming from on that, but
we should get to the topic of the week, man.
Let's go to it.
Yeah, we're like 23 minutes in here. This is gonna be a long
like to talk. That's why.
Sit and love it.
You like to talk.
That's what this is. Podcast conversational. That's what it's about. So
Go for it.
So I just randomly I thought we'd do a fun thing.
Okay.
To just the best, worst, and most surprising. This kind of category thing we did for the Geek of the Week. Our failed launch of a podcast for the Geek and Sundry. But they passed up, and that's their prerogative. But I thought it'd be fun to just talk about our favorite, our best, worst, and most surprising heroes.
Okay. Let me hear what you got for best heroes first.
In any kind of medium, really.
Let's see what you got for best heroes first.
I have a bunch of stuff for best, but
okay, just go like two or something. We don't got that much time.
They're kind of like this, almost the same person, but the two best people I thought of right off the top of the bat, Harrison Ford. When has he ever made Kramer with Mrs. Skull, stricken from the record. A bad action movie. The guy knows how to make action movies. I mean, Air Force One.
Except
you got
No, I agree. Except for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yes, exactly. Move down there. He survives the refrigerator. Nuclear. No, shut up. There's lead in it. Shut up. Okay. Harrison Ford is the quintessential action hero. They have a montage now where he's pointing at people and threatening them, and that's great. You know, because why not? Why wouldn't you want that? I would want that. I want Harrison Ford to threaten me.
Okay.
Damn it.
I agree.
I also want to wave swords around and have him shoot me with a gun.
If I actually have two. I have two movie heroes. One's a character. One's the actual actor.
Oh, I see. So I'll let you go next.
I just thought of one more after that.
You go next.
That was a video game. But my movie character that I'm thinking of right now, Jason Bourne. Love that guy. What I've actually heard, there's a rumor that Matt Damon might be coming back to do the next Bourne movie. Now, I've heard this is a rumor, but supposedly he will only do it with Paul Greengrass, the director of his Bourne movies, coming back. And supposedly, I just heard this yesterday, that he is definitely not coming back. So I don't know if this will be shot down, but supposedly there's supposed to be a crossover between David Cross and David Webb, a.k.a. Jason Bourne.
Not David Cross, though, right? David Cross is...
David Cross was the guy that was played by Jeremy Renner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about that guy that was played by Medea there.
Tyler Perry. No.
Yeah. Alex Cross, that's something.
Alex Cross, yeah.
I was like, no, please don't. He's like, no.
The cute wife, and I'm boring.
Alex Cross is now on the worst list. I didn't put him on there, but he's on there. That guy was terrible. And the worst villain also, Matthew Fox is an anorexic, really angry Jack Shepherd sniper. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. Jason Bourne.
Angry. Okay, go for it.
But why Jason Bourne? Give me a why.
Because he kicks major ass, and he's set in a real world setting where something like this you believe it's plausible that this could happen. Not
it's realistic.
It's very realistic, and I just love watching those movies. It's so guttural and like. Everybody's like,
quick cuts,
I hate the quick cuts. I hate the quick cuts, but you know what? In those contexts, I love the quick cuts because I love them because you're like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? Is there people? No, I don't. Oh, he got.
And then there's always that one where he breaks the guy's arm.
Yeah, and like, and then like you see him like take a hit in the nose like this, the one quick cut, and you're like, oh no, he's gonna get it now, and then like he's got his head out of the window,
and they shake your face. He's gonna get it now.
It's like he's gonna wrap him to Jack Johnson, and
what about the car chases?
It's probably top 5 car chases of any movie genre are in those Bourne movies because they're always awesome. Like the motorcycle chase,
Mini Cooper
chase when he goes down those freaking stairs,
that's good chasing.
They're all good chases. They're well done.
That's good choice.
They're action. They're guttural. So yeah.
So I had to go video game. It's actually one I didn't go superhero on because most of them I put in surprising, but I do have one superhero.
Okay.
But James Marsden.
Oh, I love Marsden.
From the Red Dead Redemption series.
I'm a big fan of Marsden.
He's a great flawed hero. Things don't end up how you want them to with him, and that's the best part about that kind of movie.
I'm a video game person
that kind of video game
in that sense, but I put him as the worst, and only because he is a horrible human being.
I actually have a couple of people like that,
and that's probably the same person. We probably the same person.
Probably.
My video game person for best is Nathan Drake, because I love Nathan Drake.
See, I almost put him on there, but I was like, man, I'll put it.
I enjoy Nathan Drake so much. He's just a great, smarmy, just a lot of fun character. They really flesh out his younger years in Uncharted 3.
Yeah, it doesn't help that you're going to cosplay as him, sucker. Whatever.
And that's why I'm cosplaying it, so I'm enjoying it so much.
What a shill over here.
I'm a mark. I can tell you that right now.
You're getting a Naughty Dog paycheck over there?
I hope so. Please.
Like, I can't wait for Uncharted 4.
I really can, actually. I'm really excited about it. It probably won't come out till next year, at least, though. So
Nathan's brain deep.
I say E3 next year, maybe we'll hear about it. I hope.
No, but you know what they'll do is they'll just flash it on the screen.
As long as it's not Uncharted the card game, I'm fine.
Fight for Fortune, come on, man! That actually did pretty well for them.
Naughty Dog, F you.
But what they'll probably do is they'll just flash it on the screen and put a 4, and then we'll go off and not show anything.
That's all I need. I will have an automatic boner.
Okay, yeah, you have a murder boner. So I put Robert Downey Jr. as the best Marvel hero right now because Chris Evans is great, but Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark has had a great arc.
What about Thor?
I'm Thor. Thor. I don't think he's had enough movies yet.
He's got one coming out soon.
He does.
We'll
We'll see. Coming in theaters soon.
Robert Downey Jr.
He's kind of on my shirt a little bit.
He's epitomized that part. He's really owned it, and he's like almost like Christian Bale is with The Dark Knight, where you almost don't want to see someone else.
Yeah, and he's leaving soon too. So I mean, they almost didn't get back for Avengers 2. You know,
it's
like, dude, you gotta come back for that.
He's got so much money now. It's like,
I'm richer than God. Okay.
He's like, I
am Tony Stark now.
I actually made all the stakes in my house. So
they're real, and I own them. He's just done such a great job. The only minus I would give, and it's not his fault, it's the writing, is they didn't really touch much on the alcoholism that's in Tony Stark's character.
I just hate the stupid PTSD line they had in the last one. I think
the thing is that PTSD thing.
He's like, oh no, you said New York. I have to get crazy for some reason.
That PTSD. That's a good impression actually, except for the weird mouth thing. But that was it.
That's the only way I can make the noise.
But that was a placeholder for his alcoholism. Because in the comic book, that same scenario happens, but with him being an alcoholic.
I would rather have the alcohol.
Yeah, and so that's one of the reasons I was like, come on, what a dodge, and that's why the PTSD thing didn't work for him. And by the way, Jamie cameo, you can drink. And so, hi, I love you. And so that's why he's such a great character.
My last good guy is Jason Statham as the Transporter, the original Transporter movie.
I was hoping you said that actually, because I was thinking.
It was
the other ones were so just campy and fun.
They were campy and fun, but the first one, like when you first saw it, you're like, oh, what the hell is this garbage? Who's Jason Statham? And then you saw
the trailer is a dude oiling himself up and kicking ass.
Then you ring the doorbell and he freaking kicks the door in, and you go, yay! This is what I've been waiting for in every movie ever.
No tricks needed. Just I'm gonna kick your door in and knock your face off.
Good driving. Good ass kicking. There's a lot of cool fight scenes. There's a lot like that oil scene when you
sliding around and getting up people jumping on
people grab him, slip his arm out and punch him in the face. I'm like, yes,
very innovative. I definitely agree with it. Those are all good.
Those are all my good.
Especially since you were like, I didn't get any. I just had my own.
It's all just coming on the fly. But
okay, so I'm gonna go with worst next because I have some opinions about things, and I
have opinions.
So my first one is actually I have a bunch of superheroes on all of these just because I know we said heroes in general, but that's why I try to pepper in a couple of heroes. But the first one's Superior Spider-Man. There's a lot of Spider-Man on this list, but Superior Spider-Man.
Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
He's on there too. Don't spoil it. Okay, Superior Spider-Man though. Otto Octavius in the comic book, Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus, his brain has been transplanted into Peter Parker's body. The current Spider-Man, and no one gets that he's a different person. Like he's like, oh, I'm talking like Otto Octavius, although I look like Peter Parker. And I was like, oh, Peter, you're so weird. And he's like nearly killing people at all times. He's just like he's
a douche every second of the day.
He's basically like big brothering the entire New York City with these spider robots that he's made in his lab, and nobody like the people are finally catching on at this point. But no, I don't care anymore. Like it's you killed like when they killed Ultimate Spider-Man. Spoiler for people who haven't read Ultimate Spider-Man. When they killed Peter Parker in Ultimate Spider-Man, it's a meaningful death. Like he dies saving somebody. And this one he just goes out with a whimper, and they're like, oh, Otto Octavius has been controlling his mind for months now. And you're like, wait, what? And they're like, oh yeah, but he's still in there. Oh, but he's gonna die anyway. See you later, Peter Parker. Haha. Comic book death. Come back maybe sometime in the future.
You will come back because people get pissed after a while.
I just go.
I agree with you on that. When I first heard about it, I'm like, I understand where they're trying to switch it up. I understand that, but I don't know how long. It's like it feels like that should be like a 3 comic book or 6 comic book arc, and then done with it.
Yes, and the worst. Okay, and here's the
not
worst.
Like 6 months,
the
8 months,
worst
10
thing
months.
about this is that for a time, Peter Parker is still inside the head of Otto Octavius, and they can experience each other's memories.
Yeah.
In the comic book, Otto Octavius has had sex with Aunt May. Previously in the comic book. Yeah, and so Peter Parker can see these sex, and he brings it up. And I'm like, no way. And then he just goes out and dies.
I would murder
Peter Parker.
I would murder your mind. I'd be like, stab you in the brain.
Well, and then basically Peter Parker loses. And I'm like, wait, what? No redemption for this? Like, are you kidding? No.
Maybe they'll put him in a clone body or something.
I just threw the comic. I was like, get out of my face. I don't want to see you ever again. So yeah,
they're trying
Superior Spider-Man. Let's move on before I take too much time with that.
My worst are not really worst to me. They're just like the craziest. They're horrible human beings. That's really what I want with worst. One is Lex Luthor. Did you hear that there's a new 52 series? It's going to be all villains.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Yeah. It's coming out now. I was trying to think what it's called too.
It's out this week.
Is it okay?
Last one.
Yeah, where Lex Luthor is basically like the main hero, and I'm like, Lex Luthor's a dick. At all times. He's only looking really out for himself.
Well, I don't know if they're really heroes, so I think they're
I'm
just
guessing maybe it's
over.
like kind of like a Cerberus feel, like where he's looking out for humans because he is a human and he doesn't want them to get effed up type thing. But Lex Luthor, no, stop. Yeah, but they're like a villain syndicate, but they have to do like these hero like things to stop. And I think like an invasion from what I heard.
Like Suicide Squad.
What I heard.
Okay, that's weird.
It's almost like the Dark Avengers type situation.
That makes it even worse. I don't know. Like Dark Avengers was okay, but
that's what I think they're trying to do.
But
with
why
it.
copy that? Like
That's what I think they're trying to do. Like
we're gonna get that lightning in a bottle.
Because they're like, look, we have all our main villains like Lex Luthor
and Grodd and Count Vertigo.
I can only hope Solomon Grundy's there
and
as well.
And the puppeteer.
Solomon Grundy, I hope, and Toyman.
I haven't seen Solomon Grundy in there yet, but they do. Bizarro is back. Me am Superman's clone dumb. I mean smart, because I'm Bizarro.
And we need someone dumber, so Solomon Grundy, get in here.
Solomon Grundy, born on Monday. Oh, sheesh. He's a rhyming voodoo dude.
That's why you haven't made a good movie yet, because of this shit. You need a good villain.
Well, and I guess some of the stories were good. I'm not reading any of them because I've still sworn away from DC.
I only read the comic books you give me, so...
And one of the ones that was like for Villains Month is Creeper for Avengers Dark, who's a hero normally. Creeper is a creeper name, but he's actually a hero.
Yeah,
so I'm
creeper
like,
name.
why are we doing? Okay, whatever. Yes.
Okay, that's my negative one.
So,
I have another one, but I'll wait for you.
I have one that I just thought of, but I didn't put on the list. So we'll see. I'll see if you bring him up.
18 people on the list.
I'll see if you bring him up. I have a bunch. Yes, Nico Bellic.
No, that's not who I was going to put on the list.
No, he wasn't. This is what I put on the list.
I like Nico. He's a horrible human being.
I love him. He's terrible. Like he doesn't. He does hardly anything good. And then the ending of the game is just like, well, it's bad or worse. Okay, great.
Well, that's really any Grand Theft Auto character.
No, that's
even
true.
if you do them good,
even if you play Claude,
they're very marginally good. There's not much that's good about them, even if they're doing stuff.
Well, they're supposed to be flawed characters,
Yeah.
but like.
Sometimes they're horribly flawed.
I felt like
Nico was a dick.
Nico was so dumb that I almost didn't want to play him for most of the time. I did beat that game eventually, but I was just like,
I like the game.
Okay.
And I also like taking a rocket launcher and just shooting at cops until like the helicopter.
And you know that game I thought was more about the side characters anyway, like Batman and all those people.
Well, you're gonna have 3 characters in the next one, but
still it was Stevie or whatever. Yeah, that's right. 3, and you can switch between them on the fly.
I'm pretty excited.
Okay, so next person, what's you got next?
Joel from The Last of Us. I love The Last of Us. It was my favorite game of this year. I don't know if anything's going to top it. Maybe Assassin's Creed 4. Maybe Destiny.
Beyond Two Souls?
Maybe Beyond Two Souls. Maybe. But this is going to be hard to top because I love this game so much. The story is so well written. And Joel is an asshole. There's not really too many redeeming qualities about him after he loses his daughter because he turns into a horrible human being.
Doesn't he save a little girl though? Isn't that
sorta? But he does it for selfish reasons because now he likes her, and he could save humanity, but he's like, fuck you guys.
Spoiler alert!
Do this for myself. Spoiler alert!
It doesn't really
if you haven't played the game by now,
it doesn't really spoil.
That's your fault. It's a terrific game. It's a terrific story. I would recommend it to anyone. It's a terrific game. Even to people who don't play games, it's just it's a fun story. But he is an awful human being for the most part. I mean, there's not too many good qualities. He lets you know that.
I actually left him off the list, so I figured you'd bring him up.
He lets you know that he's not a good human being. That's the best part about him. He's like, I don't, whatever. I got to do what I got to do to stay alive. So, and even when he's kind of getting friendly with Ellie, he is still
father-daughter friendly people. Yeah. Don't get weird. Okay?
PG friendly.
So, Vic Mackey.
I forgot about Vic Mackey. I should have thought about that.
I'm glad because I figured I knew the person you're thinking of, but that's why I'm glad.
I'm all done with my list. So,
are you?
Yeah, I'm all done. So I only thought of 2. I didn't think you wanted 14.
Yeah, well, I thought you might say Walt White.
I haven't watched Breaking Bad yet, so I don't know. I've only watched 1 episode of Breaking Bad.
Are you kidding me? It's on Netflix.
That's why I just started watching it. The league just started back up, by the way.
Did it start today?
Yes, last night. I haven't watched it yet. We're going to watch when I get home. But yeah, no, I agree with Vic Mackey wholeheartedly. He is probably one of my favorite...
Great cop, even bigger
my favorite flawed people of all time in any show. And I've heard Walt White is one of those people too, but Vic Mackey's the one
if you like The Shield, you're going to love Breaking Bad.
I love Vic Mackey's character. He was such a awful human being, and trying to do the right thing but always doing it the wrong way is the kind of hero I really like to see on TV. It's one of my favorite things about a TV show.
I dare you to watch Breaking Bad, like watch the whole season, and not want to get a pair of blue blocker sunglasses and a weird paste boy hat. I think it is. I don't know the style. Okay, so Vic Mackey, badass, bad cop, not a good cop. He's really a bad cop. Bad cop, just bad person in general. Okay, next on the list, the new Lobo. Have you seen this?
I haven't yet.
Okay, so the new Lobo for the One Direction generation, they basically made him like skinny and emo.
What?
And the worst part is they've already introduced Lobo in the New 52 as what he looked like formerly. So this new Lobo they're introducing, they're like saying, "Oh, this guy stole my image, and I'm going to kill him now."
What, young guy is gonna kill?
Yeah.
Why
like
not?
Badass biker Lobo. Yeah.
No, cut it out.
And okay,
no, this will make me not look at anything DC. I don't even hear this. I'm gonna go like this when you talk about it.
And see, as a direct segue though, Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
As the most ridiculous hero?
As the worst hero ever, because he is a terrible hero. Like, he goes comatose at some points. He's a big whiner. For almost the entire game you're playing, "Oh, I'm not that good. Except for this giant sword and his magic powers that murder people with 7,000 slashes.
I have stick arms, but for some reason I can hold this giant sword."
No, he has like a stick arm here and then a big Popeye forearm. That's the worst part. Yeah. Cloud Strife, a terrible character. Okay, so we'll move on to most surprising.
Surprising.
Because honorable mention. I'm not going to talk about Andrew Garfield. Obviously, we brought him up. Worst ever. But I'm not going to talk about it because we talked about him enough in this podcast. Okay, surprising.
I can remember one. I'm trying to remember the other one. So the first one, Severus Snape from Harry Potter. So surprising. And
spoiler alert.
And if you ever read the books, you're an idiot. Read the books. What's wrong with you?
I watched the movies.
Come on. Give me a break.
By the way, my wife hasn't watched those movies.
Well, I hope she's not listening right now. But Severus Snape, the whole time, you're like, this guy's an asshole. Why is he an asshole so much? And
she does watch the podcast.
At the end of the book and the end of the movies, they actually show you, and it's like, wow, okay, this is why he's been such a dick.
Mind blown.
And your mind is really blown by it. And it takes a lot for me to really get caught up like that and be like, oh, this makes sense now, you know? And it did really make sense, and I was like, why did you just murder Dumbledore, dick? What's wrong with you? Oh, okay, this is why. I guess it's okay now. I get it. Now I get why he had to do it. Okay.
Okay, so the first one I have, and I talked about this comic on here, but it's a great. I'm still reading it. It's one of the few comics that I've read. I started reading. Okay. That I'm still reading. And it's monthly. It's called Deathmatch.
Yeah. I have stuff from Reddit that have some great, like 4 or 5 of them.
This is a great comic because it's there are some a bunch of analogs of characters that you already know. So like you know the non-powered like smart thinking hero and like the energy shooting hero and the Superman type hero, you know, the invulnerable guy. And it's really surprising when you're watching these matches between them on who wins and loses. And it's really hard to predict, and it's a visceral, just like people get torn apart, and like the guy that you thought was a hero just had something really horrible happen, and you're like, what is going on? And then they end the comic like that, and you're like, okay, gotta wait next month. Like it really keeps you going month to month.
Twice a death
There's and the thing is they still really figured out like why it's happening, but they know who's behind it now.
Okay.
And they have a lot of cool characters. They have like a Rorschach analog called the Rat, who's basically like this guy that like knows stuff, and then he also can like lose body parts and somehow grow them back. But he's like kind of dressed like Rorschach. They have Manchurian, who's kind of like a Karnak character. I don't know if you know the Inhumans, but Karnak's like the guy that can basically predict the outcome of any fight. So like if you fight him, he just beats you.
Probability power.
Yeah. Well, no, this guy is not probability. It's because he's so smart that he knows exactly what you're going to do.
He beats the odds.
That's what the Manchurian does. Like he's so smart that like you come at him, he's like, well, you're going to fall in that thing. Come over there. And at one point, like you're like, oh, this guy's cool. You know, he's really smart and stuff. But how is he going to win all these fights? And then he fights this thing that's like pure darkness. And this is kind of a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler overall. He fights this guy that's like a dark demon. And he's like, oh, how's he gonna beat this guy? And so he goes away for a second, comes back. He like goes into like a dimensional portal and comes back. And he's like, and then the guy just dies. And he's like, how'd you do this? He's like, I just sold my soul. And you're like, what the heck? And like people, because basically like the arena they get put in makes them so ruthless that they'll do anything to win. And so
I don't want to die.
like that. That's like what this whatever this dimension they're putting in their fighting in is. It makes it like so ruthless that they'll kill anyone they're in the ring with. And so they're trying to figure out before there's no one left. And right now, the one guy that just actually won the latest match, the hero guy that you think is like the hero of the book, kind of, just had something horrific happen to him. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And so yeah, death match it's keeping me hooked, and I really like it.
All right, maybe I'll read it.
Give it a chance.
My last surprising hero, Ben Affleck is Batman. All you people complaining, give him a fucking chance, okay? This is the first time I've said the F word in this podcast. Give him a chance. Come on. It's Ben Affleck, okay? We know he made Geely. We know he was in Armageddon when nobody gave a crap. He was in Reindeer Games. We know. I love Armageddon too.
You can drink now, Jamie's talking.
But his last couple movies have been awesome. He's made The Town, okay? The Town was a terrific movie.
Argo,
a terrific movie. He's
yourself.
directed these movies too. Give him a chance. He's grown a lot as an actor, and I think he has a lot to bring to this part. He's already played a superhero. Yeah, it wasn't that great for a lot of people. I thought he was all right, but it wasn't great for a lot of people. But he's grown as an actor. He's ready to do this. I think he's ready. Let's see this.
One of the theories in getting Ben Affleck on board, and they said he's on board for at least 3 movies right now.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
One of the theories of them getting him on board for the 3 movies is not for playing Batman. It's because they think they want him to direct the JLA movie as well.
Why not?
And well, they're thinking like he's a great director. He can do great things with ensemble casts.
He's spun some good movies out of the stuff, out of stories that weren't that great. I mean, Argo is an alright story, but he really spun it into something masterful. He did a really good job with it.
They're going to do a lot with DC, in my opinion.
I think that's what they're looking for. They need someone to spin a story. They need a Joss Whedon that they don't have because he's doing the Marvel movies, So I understand that. I want to see this. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. Okay, so we're getting along the tooth. So I'll mention that one real quick. Christopher Evans as Captain America, I thought was a very surprisingly awesome choice.
Why?
Because after seeing
him in
Human
Fantastic
Torch 4, and you're like, wait, now come on,
he's the Human Torch.
I mean, he was good. I guess he was okay.
He is one of the first heroes to do 2 different superheroes
in the same universe, though. In the same universe, too.
So yeah.
But that's what was weird about that. But yeah,
well, Ben Affleck
I was not looking forward to him, and I was proven very wrong. I thought he was great in that movie, and I thought he was great in the Avengers.
I think he's good as a character.
He really captured the spirit of Steve Rogers' Captain America.
I agree with it.
Okay, so my biggest, most surprising here, the drum roll, please. Nick Cage, Superman. What do you say? That didn't happen. It did almost happen. Once Tim Burton directed the first Batman movies, they wanted him on board to do.
My chair back, please.
Yeah, that's right, and we're back. And so right when I get to the crescendo of Nick Cage as Superman, a horny cat gets on my Matt's chair, and Nick Cage Superman. Okay, so the movie didn't get made. Is the gist of what I was streaming about while this thing was on.
Charles, my dad.
Yeah. So. Incredibly weird plot, incredibly weird looking suit on Superman. There's pictures of it online. There's also a documentary.
Camera, bitchy technology.
It was kickstarted, and now there's a trailer for it on.
What?
You see it on IGN? I might be able to link it from here to when I splice this together now, and I have to try and get this up tonight. It might not be up till Saturday, people. But yeah. Nick Cage Superman, that's the most surprising choice.
I remember seeing the pictures for that. I didn't know there was real for it.
Yeah, no, and there's interviews as well.
Interviews with me,
it's like test stuff where they're showing him in different suits and stuff.
This is my best movie since Wicker Man.
They actually there's one I saw a picture when I was cutting through in the teaser. It's just a teaser trailer. It showed a picture of Nick Cage going like this, and he's wearing a silver and black Superman suit, like basically emulating the Batman suit. Yeah.
I remember seeing a picture of him just standing up. I don't remember what the costume. I just remember he had a weird neckline and stuff. I just remember him wearing it. I was like, "You're so bald, Nick Cage. Come on, dude. Get
got the hairpiece going.
Some hair going on down.
Okay, that's it though, man. That's all I got for this week.
Hey,
nice long episode. Thanks for sticking with us, people.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed it. I think we had a lot of fun. I think we got some. We're gonna have 500 more viewers after this episode. I think so.
I think when I link. Star Wars Episode 7 as one of the franchise links and stuff like that. And
yeah, put it in the qualifier there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if they look it up, this is what'll come up.
Gundam style and blurred lines with Miley Cyrus. And there we go. We're good.
I'll just put Miley Cyrus in there.
Miley Cyrus said, no.
Fin Fan Foom people.
Thing, fang, boom.
Stay classy.